all, some new documents were released today in a civil suit that were amended this morning, and it involves some serious allegations, including not only against Diddy, but against his son.
The feds are so deep and involved in this that Diddy just might be called up on that Tupac shit.
States working in tandem, and they did not tell the officers who they were raiding. They went in tactical as they were instructed to. They didn't know they was raiding Diddy's house. The higher-ups didn't tell anybody because they knew, with Diddy being a Fed informant, that he had people in the force and they wanted to make sure that went through legit. So they ain't tell nobody whose houses they was going to.
What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex trafficking. They're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage.
Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want to adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out.
The buzz on the streets is wild, and this time it's all about Diddy. You all know Sean Diddy Combs, the rap mogul, producer, and music industry heavyweight. Well, brace yourselves, because some shocking allegations have surfaced, and they're shaking things up big time. Word is, there's body cam footage making the rounds that's put Diddy in a tough spot. And we're not talking about minor drama. This is major, explosive news. The accusations? Let's just say they involve his adopted daughter and some deeply troubling claims. Now, I know you're eager to find out what's on that footage. It's as juicy as it gets. But before we dive into the details, let's unpack why these allegations are causing such an uproar. Diddy has always been a prominent figure in the spotlight, but this could change everything.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Eva Baroni Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Yeah. Ava, that's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody, we want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids. Charlize Theron, everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online. So I played with the kids and I got permission from your mother and to say all of that because it's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Delilah when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then we basically are sisters, all 4 of us. So. And then I always come over.
Yeah. And it's Ava Baroni Combs.
All right, let's get into this body cam footage.
Let's get into this body cam footage that's got everyone talking. Rumor has it, the video was leaked by someone in the police department, but no one's admitting to it. Typical. Everyone spills the tea, but stays quiet about how they got it. The footage? It's bad. Supposedly, it shows Diddy's adopted daughter looking uncomfortable at one of his famous parties, surrounded by older men. And Diddy? He's right there, acting like everything's fine. If this is true, it's a serious blow to his image and raises big questions about what's happening.
I give my opinion. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, you know, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. You know, a black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, you know, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you know, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed. And the behavior that he shows now and that he has shown by being Brother Love, I couldn't imagine that the police would be raiding him for sex trafficking? Nah, bruh. I couldn't imagine that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't him back then. He's a totally different person that he became. If you've seen him on other platforms, you know, inviting men to party with him, inviting men to go shopping with him. You understand? That wasn't Puffy. That wasn't Diddy. That was Brother Love and Love.
How you feel about all the people that's wondering why haven't any of Diddy big name friends came out to defend him?
Because either two things that I believe. Either they know some of the stuff is true, either they took part in some of the stuff that happened.
You might be wondering, could this be fake? Just someone trying to take Diddy down? But here's the thing, the police aren't denying the footage is real. They're just upset it leaked. And if it were fake, Diddy's lawyers would have made sure everyone knew by now. The stakes here are huge. If the footage is legit, it's not just a scandal. It could end Diddy's career or even land him in serious legal trouble. This isn't just bad behavior. It's about allegedly exploiting his adopted daughter. But this goes beyond Diddy. For years, he's been untouchable with money, power, and connections. Now this video threatens to shatter that image. And it's sparking deeper questions about the entertainment industry. Who knew about this? How long has it been going on? And who else might be involved? Sure, it's fair to ask, what if it's not real? With today's technology, anything's possible. But the fact that this has everyone talking suggests there's more to the story.
Are they scared that it may mess up their brand? See, nobody wants to be in contact with anybody that allegedly was sex trafficking. You see what the WWF did to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was one of those people that was called for sex trafficking. We don't hear a lot about it because He gave up the company. He did what he was supposed to do, and he became Ghost. But now you see they trying to do the same thing to Puffy. They trying to make him or hip hop the face of sex trafficking, like they was going to do the WWF at one time, because that was a big story. So a lot of his people that know him, a lot of the people that been in those parties and seen probably some unscrupulous shit that went down and was like, ooh, I was there. I hope they don't got me on tape. They feeling a certain way. So they're not gonna speak on nothing until they've been approached with something. You gotta realize when Homeland Security get their evidence together, they're gonna send agents out. You understand? They might send an agent out to me. Yo, what do you know? What have you heard? What have you seen? What's been going on? You know what I'm saying? You know, did this happen when you was around him? Did this happen back in the day? That's what they're gonna wanna know. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna send investigators out. They're gonna send people out for anybody that they can get some information from to help their case. So those celebrities ain't gonna say nothing. You know, you got your man Stevie J speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ say that he never did this and he never did that, but ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exists, you know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really
Let me
get.
tell you something, real or fake, this video is causing serious damage. The authenticity of the footage, that's a whole other debate. Some people are saying it's too grainy and shaky to be real police body cam footage, while others are swearing it's legit. But here's the thing, whether it's 100% real or not, it's out there, and people are believing it. And let's not forget, even if this particular video turns out to be fake, it's digging up a lot of old rumors and whispers about Diddy. You know the saying, there's no smoke without fire? Well, right now, it's looking like a full-blown forest fire around Diddy's reputation. So, what happens next? That's the big question. The streets are buzzing, the lawyers are circling, and Diddy, he's staying real quiet. One thing's for sure, this story isn't going away anytime soon. The tea is hot, it's spilling everywhere, and everyone's waiting to see who's gonna get burned.
Okay. There was a song by the Floaters back in the day that we grew up on. Float, float on. Y'all remember that? And my name is Larry, and I'm a Sagittarius. And I like a woman who loves everything and everybody. That's pretty much what he was doing, y'all. And this young lady was used to doing. I know he had his other kids doing it and saying all of that. But y'all see what he said? Did y'all really catch what he said? He picked me up off the streets. 1 minute, then he goes and say, because I was on the streets, living on the streets. Then the next minute he's telling her, oh no, say your parents' name, you know, your other parents' name. That's the confusion right there, just in those statements. But a billionaire picking up a little white girl off the streets and adopting her and calling her his own to come home and play with my kids? Oh, man. Y'all can't see this is trafficking? Okay, all right. Okay, he just helping out a nice little white girl that needed some, a family, okay? Okay. Come on, y'all. Y'all smarter than this. Y'all smarter than this. The way that young girl was talking and looking in the camera and all of that, she had did it before. They were doing that. That's how you shop people to pedophiles and people. We know she used the name of a person. Y'all know what they say about people that are Sagittarius. They freaky as a motherfucker, right? So when she said that was her sign. Or Scorpios, Sagittarius and Scorpios, okay, y'all don't know, all right. Oh, man, that's the most damaging thing I done saw to law enforcement. Let them find out her name is on one of those flights out of the country. Why y'all think they subpoenaing everybody that was on that plane and everybody that was traveling with him on planes, and he took her across a state line? Y'all just don't know, man. This trafficking, this sex trafficking, it's crazy. He needs help. He needs help. And like I said, I'm not gonna shit on him just yet, because if there's 1 or 2% chance that he's innocent of all of the accusations that we all making on him on YouTube, all the companies that's making him sell his stocks and disassociating themselves with him. I've been seeing lately a lot of people like Ed Lover and was it my boy Luke and all of them. Benzino, I told y'all about, y'all heard me say that on Vlad, has been coming to his defense lately. Floyd Mayweather. Did y'all hear what 50 Cent said about Floyd Mayweather for coming to his defense? I'll tell you that 50, I love that nigga.
All right, let's talk about the girl at the center of all this drama, Diddy's adopted daughter. Who is she, and how did she become part of Diddy's world? Girl, this story has more twists than a roller coaster. Word is, Diddy adopted her a few years back, but it wasn't some big flashy announcement. Nope, it was all very hush-hush, like they were trying to keep it on the down low. Makes you wonder, why all the secrecy? Here's what we know. This girl came from a tough background. Hard times, struggles, the whole deal. Then Diddy, being the big shot he is, swoops in like some kind of hip-hop superhero, saying he's going to give her a better life. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? But, as we've learned, sometimes things aren't what they seem. At first, everything looked perfect. Diddy was showing her off at events, posting about her on social media, and acting like the doting dad. The two of them were all smiles for the cameras. But you know what they say, the camera doesn't always capture the full story. People started noticing some red flags. Why was this girl always at Diddy's wild parties? Why was she constantly around older men in the industry? It didn't sit right with some folks, but no one wanted to speak up until now.
I want to get into this real quick, man, before we really even get started into this. And it's because something I seen today. This girl, Tiffany Red, she said that she was filing a claim against Diddy, but my man, it touched me crazy, man, because the hurt that I seen in her voice, in her she crying, man, and she worrying about what this dude could do to her and what he has done to her. Man, listen here, I want to let this young lady know, and I know this is not the place for it, brother, but please allow me to say this to her, man. You know what I'm saying? I started this battle long time ago. And the situation is that, bruh, we already won. This was some spiritual that Pop, the spirit of Pop, the spirit of Big, the spirit of Miss Jones, the spirit of Wolf, all the people that he has done wrong, you know, so Black, all the people that he has done wrong, bruh, is coming to light. We already won this spiritual. What we going through right now with these trials and everybody, with this financial situation and everything like that, all that is superficial. That's the physical part of it. The spiritual part of it was won because Big, Pac, Wolf Mother, all the people that he did wrong, bruh. You understand? They already won the battle where we were supposed to win it at. So now we just going through the physical part of it, man. And I want that girl to know, man, that she ain't gotta fear no man. She ain't gotta fear him, nobody else, man. Whenever she needs, you understand? Whenever she needs somebody to travel, to go with her, to make sure she all right, I'm a phone call away, man. I'm a phone call away. And go ahead with your questioning, man. I just had to get that out, man. Because that girl touched a lot of people, man. Because all she wanted to do was write music, make music, and show her talent and her love to the people, man. And then she got to feel this way, be fearful and scared of her life and stuff like that. Ma, I ain't scared of no man. You understand? I ain't scared of no man. Nobody that got to put their pants on the same way I do. Not at all.
I mean, it's Diddy we're talking about. Who's gonna call him out? But now, with this body cam footage leak, girl, it's like...
I mean, it's Diddy we're talking about. Who's gonna call him out? But now, with this body cam footage, girl, it's like someone tore the lid off Pandora's box. All those questions people were too scared to ask before, they're all out in the open now. And let's not forget Diddy's family in all this. He's got other kids, and they've got to be feeling some type of way about this mess. One minute, it's this big happy family image. The next, it's like a bomb just went off. The truth is, no one really knows what's been happening behind closed doors. Maybe this girl saw Diddy as her savior, her way out of a tough life. Or maybe she felt trapped, like she had no choice but to go along with whatever he wanted. It's messy, complicated, and has everyone talking. What's even wilder is how this situation is making people question Diddy's past. All those times he talked about putting family first and being a good father. People are side-eyeing those statements now, wondering if it was all just for show.
I actually thought that he put Big in a situation and thought that the individuals who was gonna come to do something to Big would have did something or try to do something to Big. I don't believe, I'm trying not to believe that he had anything to do with Big's death. I think that the people who was trying to kill Puff killed Big.
After that, some time passes, Puff still lives. Are you shocked that, he still was able to continue to thrive and grow after so much animosity was being presented towards him?
Well, Puff was built for that. You understand? Puff's mother trained him to be a superstar or in the industry, whether it's been a model or a dancer or singer or whatever like that, whatever his talent would have been. So for him to come back from there, I think that he had no other reason. He had to. He had the blueprint. Big had gave him the plan.
Gene, let me ask you, are you surprised that, we're about to have a trial with Tupac's murder, but Biggie's murder is still unsolved, may go unsolved? Are you surprised with that?
No, I'm not surprised because the LAPD has suppressed all the evidence and they know who killed Big already, brother. I have not told a lie. When I tell the people that they had the picture of the Muslim, me and Puff in the same picture, you understand? Walking up to Puff van, but they had his face distorted. They know they got those pictures. The FBI agent, Phil Carson, said he saw the same picture. Then when he went back to review it, the picture was gone.
And you've got to wonder about the people in Diddy's circle. Did they see something? Did they know something wasn't right? The streets are buzzing with rumors about who might have known what and when. At the end of the day, this whole situation is shining a harsh light on the darker corners of the entertainment industry. It's forcing people to ask some tough questions about power, about trust, and about what really happens when the cameras aren't rolling. As for Diddy's adopted daughter, everyone's asking the same thing. What's next for her? Will she speak out? Will she stand by Diddy? Or will she vanish from the public eye altogether? Girl, your guess is as good as mine, but one thing's certain, this story is far from over.
I wrote that in my second book. Exactly what went down during that interview. You got people around here telling lies. This is the guy he picked. No, I don't. Run the tape. The tape will tell you, they asked me, do any of these guys on this photo look like him? And I said, nah. He said, anybody look close like the guy or something like that on this photo? I said, he looks something like him, but it's not him. That's what I said. Anytime you do a lineup and you point somebody out, what do the cops make you do? They make you initial it or sign under the picture that you said that. They seen a circle and say, this is the one he picked. No, I didn't. Not one of the detectives who was on that thing said I picked anybody in the lineup. I just said he looks something like him, but it's not him.
Damn. It's crazy because, documentaries come out. I know police have spoken, and it's one of those things to where we might get some, I don't want to say closure, but with QVD coming up, that might open up light to Tupac. I'm just curious. We're about to fast forward to what Diddy got going on. Gene, you started talking about, let's say, a few years ago, about just your life in the industry. Are you concerned about the feds wanting to come sit down and talk to you about, hey, we need you as a character witness about some situation that may have happened back, during your heyday?
Some situation back during my heyday.
They want to talk to you about things you may have seen.
You have to be more specific than you are, sir.
Yeah, let's get to it. The feds want to ask you certain questions about what you may have seen, and they want you as a character witness to speak on and testify against Diddy.
To testify against Diddy? Correct. About what?
About anything you may have seen. I mean, well, no, not even testify yet. They want to bring you in for questioning about what you may have seen. Is that a thing?
Well, what I can say to you, sir, is that being an officer myself, they don't bring you in to question you about what you may have seen. They question you about what they already know you have seen.
That's the feds.
And what you say. You know what I'm saying? So it's no way I would know that. You understand? But what I can tell you is that, can Puff be erratic? Yes, he can. You've seen that. Can he be, does he have a monstrous behavior sometimes? Yes, he have. You've seen that. You understand? Can he be threatening and abusive? Yes, he can. You've seen that. So, bro, I went on MTV in '99, VH1 in 2001, 2011. Everything that y'all just now hearing, I've been told it to them. I've been said it. They got tapes and they could go back and say, well, he didn't say that, he didn't. They got 5 hours. Y'all getting an hour. They got 5 hours, brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? Both of those places, VH1 and MTV. I was in the Silhouette because I was working still as an officer and I didn't want to lose my job. When Miss Wallace brought me over, Puff told her, I don't know Gene Deal. I told Miss Wallace everything till she was crying and told me to be quiet. She didn't want to hear no more. About the night her son died and what was going down and what I told Puff and what I said to Big, the whole 9 yards. How I pulled him out the car, all that. So bruh, this is nothing new to me. This is just post-traumatic stress that I constantly live through. And I talk about it to get over it and get me through the night. I'm not a drug abuser. I'm not a drug addict. You understand? I'm not an alcoholic. It's a good thing that I found YouTube, and I found certain things other than sitting on a couch.